All right, all right, all right. Shalom, shalom, Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Coming again on this Deborah platform with another message. And I will say this is a lovely evening in which the Most High Yah has made. And I, Sister Deborah, shall and will rest therein. Just coming back again because I had to delete the last message regarding Russia and Ukraine because I was having issues with uploading, and it was in and out and freezing. So I'm hoping that I can kind of cover this same topic a little bit better. I'm hoping. I'm on my cell phone and hoping that all is well and all go well with this topic, because I really am tired, and I was wanting to really pretty much turn in early, but it's been heavy on my heart to do this video and to get it out to he that has an ear, let him hear, because this is a much needed message so that everyone won't be out there just out there swimming, and when I say swimming, all the way out in the deep, lost without a cause, and they can't even find their way back to dry land because they've gone too far out of what is spirit and truth. So they just out there. But hopefully the Most High Yah will be able, not be able, will direct his to the what you call it, dry land. Okay, I'm coming with a message regarding Russia and Ukraine, and I'm coming pretty much totally different than 99 point trillion of those that are out there speaking on this topic. First of all, this is really not a topic that no one in this day and time should be uplifting and boosting, because this here topic is a cover-up. It's something that's put there to cover up until what is about to drop, which is another bio, and they are covering up until they are able to pretty much usher it in nice and smooth, and then you'll see that this thing with Russia and Ukraine, you'll see it cease. You see, right now they have to give you something to throw you off, because they're trying to do something. And to me, I'm looking at the idea that you can go on and do it, because these people's minds are not set, or their eyes are not set to see what is before them. So to me, it's really no need in using that technique. But they used that the first time that bio came out in 2019, when all that chaos started. And now, for each time they're throwing out another bio. They always have to deal with something. They always have to put before the people's eyes and their ears, and in their thought pattern, that there is action. And how do they do it? Let's throw war up so they won't see what we're doing under the table. So let's put the war, or put something that has to do with that, on the table. And I just want to share with you all Matthew's 24, first of all. Matthew's 24. And I'm not going to say as much as I said earlier, because I want to be able to complete it and get it in and get it out. Okay? And let me get my glasses here. Many of you all are running and chasing all of this nonsense. And it bothers me very, very, it really does. It bothers me bad that the fact that here the people of Israel, the children, not the children, I'm not going to say that, let's say the tribe of Judah is cutting up from the floor regarding Russia and Ukraine. How is it that a people can feel this pressure that has nothing to do with them? And they can't see the wicked and evil that is going on amongst their nation. In this land of our captive, they can't see anything that's going on, but they can see Russia and Ukraine and make issues about that, boosting it, uplifting it. You got some so-called rappers and others getting together talking about to try to do something for those Africans that's over in Ukraine. I mean, just blowing. I mean, this just blows my mind. It's just, I'm like, Father. And then it makes me remember what he have taught me. This need be, Deborah. And I can fully understand what the Most High is saying, fully. And he knows I do. But being able to live in the midst of it is connected to endurance. I know I'm in the stage of endurance because I'm seeing it at its purest form, what is taking place, while 100 is taking this matter and feeding off of it all kinds of ways that has nothing to do with them. Loss without a cause. It's without a cause because you don't need to be that far lost, to where you can't find your way home. You shouldn't swim so far out in the deep and be so far away from dry land like this, because it just bothers me that every week you get deeper and deeper far out in the ocean. Far out. You already can't be seen, but you're still going further and further out. Ukraine and Russia has nothing to do with you. You're supposed to be, at this time, because we're in that day, you're supposed to be praising and uplifting and honoring and looking to the hills from where your health is going to come from. The Most High Yah. Looking for the Redeemer. Looking to be cleansed, clean, new heart, new name, and all that good stuff. Instead, you're out here killing, stealing, destroying each other, hating on each other, hating each other. Men are killing their women's children, their mothers and fathers by great numbers. And they're also killing their own brothers. And no one says a word. But now you hear singers and rappers saying they're going to do something about the way they doing the Africans over in Ukraine. I'm like, if you're going to tell me ain't something wrong with the tribe of Judah, something is wrong with the tribe of Judah. Now I can, how would I say it? I can see the light of Jacob's message before he died. I can see the light of Jacob's message before he died. See, because the other tribes were looking to Judah. And Jacob said, Judah, in a sense, your brothers look up to you. Okay? And Judah haven't done anything to show the other tribe that they're doing anything positive, righteous, or worth looking up to. Nobody talks about that. No one speaks about what Jacob told us. No one speaks about how it said that Judah was not going to get up. He's going to be lazy. He's going to be lazy. That's why I have an issue when you hear these Negro men, we built this country. How did you build the country and you can't even build your household? How did you build this country? Only thing you did is built, how would I say it, your children. You had more children. You built on generations of children. That's about it. As far as giving them, even the children, something to go on, you didn't give them that either. You didn't give them a roof over their heads, food to eat. You didn't give them no type of protection. You didn't give them no type of righteousness. You didn't turn the children to the Most High Yah. You ain't done nothing. But Jacob said you would. And he said, not only did he say you would do this, he said you would be like a lion, crouched down. And guess what he said? An old lion. You know why he said an old lion? It's because he knows throughout all these generations, all the way into now, you're going to be just crouched down doing nothing. But now Russia and Ukraine, and you all worried up. I don't get it. I do not get it. How is it you're going to help those that's in Ukraine and you ain't even helping your own household? You're not even helping your neighborhood. You're not helping your neighbors. You're not helping your community. You're not even helping your city. You're not helping anybody outside of yourself. I'd like to know, how is it that a mind can be focused on Russia and Ukraine and not be focused at home? You all get your mouth off of Russia and Ukraine. Get your mind out of their trash can. Because they doing what they have done throughout time. The trade bill, the trade center, the Twin Towers, everything that has been this country killed, steal, and destroy, they always have to feed you a lie. And you go after it. And you take it at its face value. They tell you how your hair's supposed to look as a Hebrew. They tell you how you dress, what type of chemical goes on your hair. Everything that they do is dictating how you are to look, act, walk, and talk, and live. You know why? That's all you do. You do everything according to what they set up for you. And let me tell you something. That's not a part of your captivity. That's not a part. Don't forget. He was sparking your jealousy when he took on the other nation and ushered them in. It should have sparked you to jealousy, but it didn't. That's just showing you something. Something's up here. Something up here is wrong, y'all. Something is seriously wrong. Okay, now we're going to touch this here, Russia and Ukraine. Right now, y'all, that is a cover up to cover your eyes, to get your mind focused, get you talking about it and thinking about all the wrong things. And you all are playing it for all it's worth. And it's sad. It's real sad. Because it seems as if that's all everybody want is the heathens. Heathens, come help us. Show us what we should wear. Show us how we should look. I sit back and watch how they tell us how we're supposed to look. And we run and get all the chemicals and everything that they say that goes in our hair to get it to grow. They didn't have all that type of stuff back in the days of old. You see how they just get us to believe anything. That's how they also the gang, Crips and all of them, red scarf and black scarf. They set all that before y'all. Everything they do, they set before you. And even in the end days, in this day, in that day, which is the day we're in, they still doing the same thing to your mind. Somewhere something's wrong with you up in here. Tribe of Judah. Something's wrong with you. You're the only one claiming the 12 tribes, and your tribe ain't even together up here. That's I'm gonna tell y'all something. That's wisdom and knowledge. That's spirit and truth just been poured out. You're trying to claim 12 tribes, and you can't even think and function for one tribe, which is yourself. I'm speaking to the tribe of Judah. Get your thought pattern out of the gutter, because that's where it's at. Russia and Ukraine ain't got nothing to do with you. Africa ain't got nothing to do with you. Y'all, let me explain something to you all. Do you not understand how many times the Most High didn't have said the four corners? The four corners, that means he got some of his on all four corners. But just because he have them on all four corners does not mean Africa, because we have tribes in Africa, don't mean that Africa is the place we need to go. Africa is who we are. Africa is this and that. Africa, stay out of Africa and leave Africa alone. Y'all got hens that's over there. He already got them. He already marked the forehead. He got them where they at. When them angels come and collect all of the children, I ain't gonna say the children, those who are chosen by Yah. Let me tell you, they're gonna be some over there in Africa, but that don't mean Africa is our land. That don't mean we got to run over to Africa and claim and lead those people over in there in Africa. Y'all do not know the spirits over in that continent. You do not know what you messing with. And it's a sad thing you don't. Because around about now, you got too many issue, tribe of Judah, within your own nation to be chasing behind Africa. The reason why I'm bringing Africa up, I'm sick of people keep saying, Russia is doing this to Ukraine, and we got African people over there. They say they doing this and they doing it. Use a fool. Use a fool. And use a fool. Everything the heathens tell you, you all believe it. Sister Deborah here can give you spirit and truth for 24 years and you won't believe none of it. And I was reading that today. I was like, the Father was telling him how if he sent hens, they ain't going to believe him, but they going to believe everything everybody else has said. I was like, wow, Father, if that's not spirit and truth, I don't know what else is. But they'll run and they'll believe everything the heathen put on this on the news, on their all these YouTubes, Facebook, and all these medias, CNN, and all these things. They believe everything that heathen say, and they'll follow behind that heathen as if he's 100 truth in what he's saying, and can't even see that this is a setup from the floor. And let's say this: if Ukraine and Russia just right now have a war, what do that have to do with you? If America and Ukraine, if America and Russia, what do that have to do with you? Sister Deborah, in the last 3 years, been telling y'all, for it's the mindset of the tribe of Judah, there's no awakening in that mindset. No, because if there was some awakening in that mindset, y'all wouldn't be doing what he's going to do to get that mindset in order. Something wrong here. And because something's wrong here, y'all is going to do a lot of work to get it where he need it to be, just to take it over to the land that he didn't had fixed up back like it was, but even better, like the Garden of Eden, just so he can take the ones that he have chosen over there. Now, let's get to this topic. Let's go to Matthew's. It's a sad day, y'all, whether y'all know it or not. If Ukraine starts shooting missiles over to Russia tonight, and Russia shooting missiles over to Ukraine, that ain't got nothing to do with you. I just don't get where the mindset of the tribe of Judah can be so far in the gutter. And ain't nobody talking or saying, wait a minute, y'all, let's not fall for that. That's why I believe, I'm going to be my personal, this is just going to throw in my personal opinion on the numbers of people who have accepted the jab. Your nation has accepted, I think, more jabs than anybody. I'm gonna be honest with you. Yes, and they so awakened, or you didn't awaken them, because you so awakened, but yet you haven't done anything to go out to how would I say it, minister spirit and truth, because there's no spirit and truth in you. It's your opinion, your personality, your personal feeling, your personal emotions, your personal wisdom, your personal knowledge, and your personal understanding. You can't go nowhere with that. That's why you're staying at home. So that makes sense too. You ain't got nothing to give them. You don't have nothing to give them. So you give them nothing but lies. That's the best you feel, and you know that's within you that you can do. If I can't give them nothing, I can give them a good lie. Stay your butts away from the fault of Russia and Ukraine. We're going to get into that, letting you know why. Okay, in Matthew's chapter 6, stop letting them put stuff before you all. How could you be so awakened, but yet so blind? Let's say if a blind person is awakened, where is he awakened at? He can't see. He can't see. If a blind person, no, let's just make it even a blind and a deaf person. What is it you can see? What is it you can hear? So how could you be awakened? Well, that is what's going on with this so-called awakening. It's a cult that has formed its own small religion, and everywhere you turn, there's so many different ones. It's hundreds of them. Camps over here, academies over here, schools over here. They over here, they over there, churches, and just all over the place. And none are teaching spirit and truth. That's why the people are still blind and still deaf. And said, we awaken. Now, let's go to Matthew's chapter 6. No, not chapter 6. I'm looking at 6. Matthew chapter 24. I'm sorry. I want you to follow me here. I would love for you to follow me here. First, let's go on. I'm going to bump it on up to 5 because I feel still yet compelled to cover a little bit of that. Matthew chapter 24 and verse 5. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. One thing about that is that's very powerful in that message, in that one verse in Matthew 24 verse 5. You notice Yeshua said, many shall come and say, and shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ. You notice he left out Yeshua. You know why? These people that's coming, they coming in a different power. Okay, they coming in the power of deceiving and deceiving and the wicked one, and the power of their iniquity and their sin. They're coming in the form. Okay, Christ is the power. Okay, that's why he said, not so much as him. They're not coming and saying, I'm Yeshua, or I'm Jesus, or I'm Jesus. No, they coming and saying they the power. Hallelujah. See, they took off the part that's the power, because that's the only part that they feel they can mimic to mislead the minds, the eyes, and the ears. And they doing an excellent job. This is where he says, Matthew 24 verse 5, for many shall come in my name, saying, okay, your name is Yeshua HaMashiach. So why is it saying, I am? We know who I am is. I am Christ. You see? And shall deceive many. So when Sister Deborah said many, I mean many. Yeshua mean many. But the reason why I said I am Christ is because that's the power. They're going to be saying they got the power to teach you, to guide you, to lead you. They got the power to do that in Christ. And this is how they're going to deceive the people. This is how they have deceived the people on these platforms. They deceived the people by portraying that they had the power and the authority by and from Yah. And they are deceiving many with it. That's why he didn't put Yeshua. Because the highest level of Yeshua is Hamashiach, which is Christ, the power of God. That's his right hand. Okay, now you drop down to 6. Now listen to this. And he said, and ye shall hear. He doesn't say see. Ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. Rumors are news. You're going to hear news. You're going to hear reports. You're going to have heard of wars and rumors of wars. Okay, this is what it's saying. And you notice wars has an S. That's because since the beginning of time, we have had wars and rumors of wars. Okay, but listen to how he summed that up and let you know that that's not it. See that ye be not troubled. When you hear of wars and rumors of wars, don't get troubled by it, because that's not it. That's not it, y'all. That is not it. So while you all are running around acting a monkey about Russia and Ukraine, you totally out of order. Not just spirit and truth, but you even totally in the flesh out of order. Because you don't see them heathens acting a monkey. You don't see them Gentiles acting a monkey. So why is Judith something wrong? Why are you on these devil platforms catering to this nonsense? Let's continue. Matthew 24 and verse 6, it says, see that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. That's something he always says to me. Deborah, these things need be. Need be. In a sense, this is my will. This has to come this way. It has to be this way, so that my will shall be done. So listen to this. What did he say? For all these things must come to pass. Now, if your Bible have in verse 6, these things is not slanted, that means you got the wrong Bible. Only the Spirit of the Most High could do that. That's how I show you how dumb man is. Only the Spirit of Yah can do that. And who is he doing that to? His chosen one. Well, how do you say that, and why do you say that? Because he said if it was so, it could fool the very elect. He created his chosen one to not be fooled by this nonsense or the way things are. And he send them signs and show them through the Ruach what to look forward, to look at and what to look for. You see, that's what the Ruach is for, to teach you all things. Anything crooked in this book, it comes to make it straight. Anything smeared, he comes to wipe it up. You see, that's why I always tell y'all, they can't, now I better not ever have somebody come saying anything to me unless they come into the table with spirit and truth. If they can't come that route, you better stay at home, all the way home, in the bed. Okay, now here in verse 6 it says, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. Now see, this is Yeshua telling this to his disciples. And his disciples have left it here for us because the whole idea is the Most High wanted them to first know. You don't be deceived. Since you want to know what's going to be in the end days, let me tell you, the number one thing is to be deceived. And guess what? 100 times 100 have been deceived, because they still didn't understand verse 5. For many shall come in my name and say, I am Christ. And say, I am Christ. I am the power of Yah to teach you to show you things, to reveal things to you. And that's what they use these platforms for, to deceive you with the power in which they do not have. But they're coming to you in the power. Not in the power like they have the power, but using it, saying. That's what Yeshua said. They shall come saying, I am the power. And that's how a lot of people been manipulated on these devil platforms, especially YouTube and Facebook. Twitter and Patriots, Instagram, you've been deceived big time. And that's what he was making sure he tell his 12, his disciples on Mount Olive. Don't you be deceived while you worried about what's going to happen to them. I'm going to leave it with you so you can leave it with them. But don't you be deceived, because that's the biggest thing to be concerned about, is being deceived. You got to keep your whole total focus on the Most High Yah and not on the things of the world. And once you take your eyes off of him, you do exactly what Peter did. He began to walk on water, and then he began to sink. You know why? His eyes got off the focus. And that's what many has done, because they took these people on these platforms that came out with this Hebrew Israelite movement, this cult, and this here awakening moment, and ate into everything that they put on their plates until they were so full to where they still full today from it. So if somebody come to them in spirit and truth, they can't receive it because they still full from all these camps and all these churches and these pastors and these Moors, these teachers, these watchmen, these prophets, these prophetess, these evangelists, these teachers. They so full of their word and have not received Yah's word. And that's why it's over. Because the time of turmoiling and ministering and giving them wisdom and knowledge is over, y'all. You ain't gonna know what to do with it no way. You've been deceived so long. You done went on toward, most of you went on toward the great falling away. Many. So that's why it ain't gonna be hard for Yah to have his small remnant. Because 99.9, y'all don't believe this and y'all don't understand it, have accepted the jab, have already sold themselves out. That's why you wonder, why is it they can't, why is it Judah can't, they so awakened, they say, they so knowing who they are, but why y'all still killing each other? Why aren't you uniting? Why aren't you coming together? Why is it you are only covering stuff that keeps confusion in the world, but don't bring nothing to bring any type of peace? Let's put it like that. Peace and joy and togetherness and good things. Oh no, they ain't got time for that. They got to keep deceiving. Okay, now here I want you all to understand, this is so important regarding Russia and Ukraine. You shall hear of, in verse 6, you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you are not troubled. For all these things, and if you see the word these things, it should be slanted if you got the right Bible. Okay? Must come to pass. But hold up, Deborah. Don't stop there. Don't let them get away with it. Hold up. Tell them this. What? But the end is not yet. He's trying to tell you, it's not going to come from these wars, y'all. Now, in Revelation, where we walking into this different kind of war, but you got to see how it got to be done. And we're going to cover that so you all can have some sort of understanding when you lay down tonight. Because right now, you're all over the place with a lot of stuff that's not true. Okay. Verse 7, he says, now in verse 6, he's telling you there that the end is not yet. And then in verse 7, he said, nations shall rise against nations and kingdom against kingdom. This is where you have Judah against Judah. Heathens against heathens. Gentiles against Gentiles. That's what nation against nation. See, a lot of people think because he said nation against nation, that means China against American, and American against China, China against Russia. No, nation against nation mean people against people, their own people. That's what that's saying. People against themselves. So you see why Judah is cutting each other's throat. They're against. This is what he said. Listen to this. And kingdoms. You see why a lot of these men are on here feuding with each other. They can't unite. They can't come together. Why? Because you're going through this stage of kingdom against kingdom. I'm the leader. I'm the head. I'm the king. I'm the ruler. I'm the lion. Everybody is after one another because one said, it's me, I'm this. And the other one said, I'm this, or it's supposed to be this way. Let's debate. You know, all this other nonsense that does not even represent Yah at all. And everybody jump on a bandwagon and cater to them based on them and what they're saying and what they're doing. What is that doing, Deborah? Deceiving many. Many people would love to jump on the bandwagon to be deceived than to jump on the bandwagon in spirit and truth. This is their desire. This is what they desire. Okay? So in verse 7 it says, and nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famine and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. If you do your study tonight, and you go over the earthquakes, it'll blow your mind how many is taking place every week. Many. But you think they care? They're not caught up in that. But this is what he said. All of these are the beginning of sorrow. He was saying all of these are the beginning of sorrow. Which are these? Nation rising against nation. And that's what you see. Men killing their brothers. Brothers killing brothers. They're killing their wives. They're killing their children. They're killing their parents. I already said that. Females killing other females, killing their children, killing their husband, all over the place. This is just, I'm not talking about the world, y'all. I'm talking about the tribe of Judah. The one that says that they are the children of Yah. This is what they are doing. So just imagine if they are doing it, you know that the world is doing it 10 times more. But just imagine if they are doing it. And what do they stand in the face of Yah? When they before Yah, it's different than when it's the heathens and the Gentiles. You see? Because they're standing before Yah as the children of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Pretty much Jacob. You see? So when you finish, we can't afford. We never could afford to cut up from the floor like the world, but that's exactly what Judah is doing. And even worse, because if Judah is 16% over in the United States, we know the majority with anything that takes place on the earth, it has to come from the Gentiles, the heathens, or the Europeans. It has to come from that angle. Okay, so if we're sitting killing up our 16, what do that look like? If we 16%, that don't look bad to you all? If it don't, something wrong with you, like I said. Because if we don't even understand, it was once we were like the stars in the sky and the sand of the sea. I mean, sand of the sea. But we ain't nowhere near that. So that's why when you be trying to figure out, a small remnant, that's why. Because y'all don't even understand how many then took the jab. How many that's out here in the closet and out of closet decide to go into being a female or being a male. It's so much abomination amongst the tribe of Judah. You're down to the small remnant, whether you understand it or you know it or not. It doesn't matter whether you know it or not anymore. It's finished. Okay. So this here in verse 8, he said, all of these are the beginning of sorrow, meaning those that was in the verse 7, nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom, famine, pestilence, earthquakes in diverse places. Now, where's Sister Deborah going here? Y'all did not tell you to get caught up in the wars. He already told you that's not the end. Why? because you missed it, like you missed everything else from the beginning. Okay, now I'm going to call Russia Magog. Okay, I'm going to call Russia Magog. Ezekiel 38 and Ezekiel 39 talks about Magog, and it talks about the present. It's talking about this day, but not this part, what we're talking about now. It's talking about in this day, this day. Because this is what's kind of scary to me. To me, it's kind of, maybe I'm using the wrong word. It's not that scary. It's just that I wouldn't have thought that I would live to be this close to the coming, okay, of delivering heathens out of this land. I just wouldn't have thought I would be that close. But then when he brought me to Revelation and told me to keep reading until I feel that, just keep reading until you feel that you're not in this day. So I read from 1 all the way up to chapter 1 up to, 11. And it talks about everything that's going on that has already taken place, has been released from the heaven. So listen to this. Ezekiel talks about it in the form of, in a way that he's speaking in that day. Ezekiel 38 and Ezekiel chapter 38 and Ezekiel chapter 39 talk about Magog. I want to say Magog because that's Russia, okay? This is why you can't be caught up. And always run back to Matthew 24 and verse 6. Always run back there to see. He said, don't get caught up in wars and rumors of wars. It's not it, y'all. Let me tell y'all why. Here when he said this to the disciples, and who were they? They was the Israelites. But he said, but the end is not yet. He wants you all today to understand, just because you hear wars and rumors of wars, know that the war is not going to identify end. No, because war's been existing since the beginning of time. So he wants you to understand that wars and rumors of wars is not to get you troubled, nor should you be caught up in it. What Russia and Ukraine is doing is just to cover it up. Let me cover your face until they drop that other bio on y'all. And then we back to square one, but worse so. That's how it's going to pan out, y'all. You see, but in the process, until they drop it to where it is existing and it's multiplying, then they're going to keep that war, that confusion between Russia and Ukraine, which I think is already over in the next probably couple of days. That's just how close that they ready to bring out the storm on you all, while you running around here on this devil platform talking about some Russia and Ukraine gonna have World War III. Y'all need to get out of that mess. And it's a sad thing. Something's wrong in here. Something. Now listen to this. So Ezekiel 38 and 39 is talking about what is actually going to take place. Magog, which is Russia, oh, they coming after you. They coming after you. Russia and a couple of others. Because Russia is going to be the big dog. They coming after you. But guess what? Israelites, you're going to be on your land. You're going to be on the land, the promised land. You're going to be there. And that's the only time Magog, along with others that has joined with him, is going to come after you. Okay? They're going to come after you. But let me tell you the key to that. Hallelujah. Magog would never, hallelujah, thank you, Father, Yah. Let me say this here. Magog, which is Russia, could never touch United States. China can never touch the United States. Ukraine, Iran, Iraq, no one can touch the United States. Guess why? The angels have to collect what belongs to Yah. You see? So, Russia is not going to have no dealings with any type of attack on America. This is why I think it's kind of sad. I think all of them know. It's just the ignorant Hebrew Israelite men and women that do not know spirit and truth. Because when Magog is Russia. Russia did not participate in the Atlanta slave trade. Okay? Which makes a lot of sense at the end in Revelation. What they're coming after Israel for your land and all the substance that they're going to look over and see. Guess what else they coming after? They say that you don't have no walls, meaning they thinking you ain't protected. Hallelujah. They say there's no walls. But baby, they don't understand. Y'all say they are in a safe place. Hallelujah. And then he say, and they are at rest. What do you think you gonna do? See, Magog is coming after Israel, but he ain't coming to this land. You see? China can't come after the United States. Why? What? Israel is over here. You see what I'm saying? Y'all don't even know the power in this Most High that you run around here talking about. Yahweh, his name is this and his name is that. Hold the commandments. Keep his judgment. Wait a minute. I mean, his status. Keep his laws. And you don't even know who he is. Nor do you know his power. No. No one going to be able to do anything, y'all, as far as attacking this land. War. You see? Until Yah has taken his out. That's why I tell y'all, he already had it marked in the forehead. Y'all missed it. Y'all missed it. And when I say you missed it, not that the fact you missed the mark, you missed the whole overall from what Revelation already prophesied, and it's been dropped down already. See, Revelation is moving on and you all moving back. See, because you all really looking for some man to tell you what spirit and truth is, and he ain't coming. No. Those that have came, they have deceived many and caused the great falling away. Now, Magog in Ezekiel 38 and in Ezekiel 39 talks about Magog. And what he's going to do is, once he, I hope this thing is, oh no. Once he see that Israel don't have walls up, and what he meaning is protection. Hallelujah. Magog, Russia. Somewhere Russia ain't going to know, but he going to find out. Because Yah is going to destroy him by great numbers. All that large army that he's going to come with after Israel. And guess what? He's going to die in land that's far from him, but coming up on them. Yah going to kill him himself. Now, Israel's going to have to bury him and get rid of all the stuff and take the things that they can use. This is what Israel going to have to go and collect these things and take them and bury all these people for months and months. That's how many it's going to be. Because y'all going to destroy them on war ground. But it ain't going to be where Israel is located, because he says you are in a safe place and you are in rest. That means can't nobody bother you, because I put a seal on you of rest and safety. So the war that they're going to have is be with Yah himself. You see how deep that is? So that is coming, but you all won't going to be in your promised land. So getting cranked up with Russia and Ukraine is not worth it. It's not worth getting all tied up in that. It's not worth it, you guys. And if people talk about it, you tell them it's a cover-up. We don't have any business getting uptight over nothing that's going on in this country outside of them trying to control us and destroy us in any way. But outside of that, we ain't got no business getting clapping and joining them in any way, shape, or fashion. They are wrong in everything they saying. They're wrong in everything they're doing. They're wrong in their action. They're wrong in their poisoning. They're wrong in everything they're doing. And if you don't see that, you are wrong with them. And something is wrong with you as well. And we are constantly keep running to their pages saying, can we hear what you got to say? Tell us more. Tell us more. Tell us how we should think. Tell us how we should feel. Tell us what we should do. Tell us how we should act. How should we do this and how should we do that? Over and over and over. Did you ever wonder what happened to the 400 years? And still in the location. So I, Sister Deborah, tell you all, Russia and Ukraine, this thing has nothing to do with you. Only to deceive you, to get caught up in what's going on until they have dropped the ball, the bio. Once they drop that bio, you're going to see, you ain't going to hear no more about it. You're going to see it just start to wing away. You're going to say, well, what happened to that? We thought. You hear rappers and others getting all talking about, so we got to go over there and help those African people over in Ukraine. Look, you don't hear the heathen saying that. You don't hear the Gentiles saying that. You don't hear the Europeans, which is that's who they are. You don't hear none of them saying that. But why is the tribe of Judah, who don't help their community, who don't help their own household, don't help their neighbors, don't help their community, don't help their city, don't help their state. They don't help with nothing. Not even their own household, feeding their children and putting a roof over their head. They don't help with nothing, but you all up in Ukraine juice that has nothing to do with you. Because they say they Africa, that don't mean that that's you. All that stuff about that just shows you that, just like I said before, Judah got some issues here, y'all. Judah got some serious issues in here. Judah got some serious issues. Because if you can't separate yourself from Africa and you keep thinking that because they got your same melanated skin, that, oh, you all the same and they are your tribe or they are your people and they love you, baby, you's a liar. I stayed in Georgia. That's one thing Africa does. African people do not like Negroes here in America. And that just shows you. Stop claiming them to be your tribe. When he sent the 4 angels out to collect what's his on the 4 corners, he knows how to pick hens from out of Africa. He know who they are. So he don't need you to go up in Africa and say, we got tribes here and you don't know what you got. All these people you saying that this is the tribe of this and this is the tribe of that. You don't see them even saying that they are the tribe. Then you got some that saying they are the tribe. But it's not for us to collect from all on the 4 corners who's who and what's what. With the issues that we are in today. We can't afford to do that. Another thing, in Ezekiel 38, go to Ezekiel, read 38, read Ezekiel 39, the whole chapter, and you'll see Mega. And you'll see in 39 how he's going to deal or how Magog is going to be destroyed by the Most High Yah right hand. But let me tell y'all something there. It's going to be like, I'm thinking 6% of them is going to be able to escape. That amount is still going to be destroyed in Revelation chapter 20. He's going to be destroyed. The thing about Revelation chapter 20, it is so close to Ezekiel 38 and 39. So even those who thinking they're going to escape, y'all going to destroy them too. Now, I call it the residue. That's what you see in Magog and spoke of in Revelation chapter 20. So, but what all these people are saying, what's going on with Russia and Ukraine, oh, that's what the prophecy is happening. The prophecy. Oh my God. Something's wrong with Judah. Something is wrong with Judah. Even Judah don't even claim that he's Judah. Even Judah don't even claim the Messiah. Even Judah don't claim the Most High Yah at all. If you could really dig deep, and if Yah would give you a light and let you shine it, it will blow your mind to see how many people are not in tune with your Most High. Okay, so I say unto you, I say unto you all, read Isaiah 38, Isaiah 39, and I believe it was Jeremiah. He was talking about it too. I'm trying to. Jeremiah 14, verse 12, 13, 14, and 15. I think that's it. Jeremiah chapter 14, 12, verse 12 through 16. And then you also read Ezekiel chapter 38 and chapter 39. And also read Revelation 20. And I have a very, something's coming up. And another thing I want to tell you all. I had a visit today. Not today. In my location, my store. And this individual was not in the nation, the 12 tribe. But I'm trying to piece this thing and how these people know what Sister Deborah know. And listening to these people on this Deborah platform, they are lost without a cause. It just confused me. This person gave me so much insight, and it made me wonder, how is it and how long they knew? Did they know all of this here from the beginning? This person came in looking like a homeless individual. The individual didn't have no teeth in his mouth. And he came looking like he wouldn't know anything outside of a homeless. And the things that he said to me, I was like, how did you know? Because, you would think, okay, you wait for Israel to approach you and talk like they got some sense. They don't. But when you see this individual coming in and talking and telling you what's what, I had to stop him. And I told him, all this that you say to me is vain and vaxxed. He said, oh, don't say vaxxed. Vaxxed? No, not vaxxed. I said, yes, everything you say to me is vain and vaxxed. If you don't know who the Negroes are here in the United States and other locations. This man refused to tell me. But before he left, guess what he said? I know who they are. And guess what he started off with? He said, Yeshua, he didn't call him Yeshua. He said, Jesus Christ ain't never been white. He's melanated. He ain't white. And the tribes, they're all black. You see? And he's not talking about black like African black. He's talking about melanated. But he said black, coming from him. When he said that, I said, that's all I wanted to hear. Because I had to back off of him as far as calling him vain and vaxxed. I said, all that good stuff you telling me, it's good. It's real good. And he said, you never had nobody come in here and talk to you like that. I said, I had you about the 8th person. And they all been Caucasian men, my age and older. But one thing they don't want you to know is who you are. They do not want to own up to it. But when Sister Deborah finished with them, I don't tell them nothing. I said, until you know, you see this skin here, who I am. In spirit and truth. You still vain and vaxxed. You still off balance. And that's when they break out and tell what they know. And it'll blow your mind. It'll blow your mind. But what he did leave with me is some items. He left with me some things also that the Most High have shared with me. And a couple of things that the Most High have shared with me, I just kept them to myself. But he said to me, when he said it, he said, I'm going to say some things, but for your life's sake, please don't repeat. And then when he told me, I said, I knew it, and I knew it. I didn't pinpoint what it was. I didn't know it was that, but I knew it was down there. I knew it was down. The things that he was saying was so 100, you guys. Those are the couple of things I don't talk about anyway. So what he was saying is, back in 17 something was created. And it was let loose in the area of space. It got lost. And let me just leave it like that. Let me stop right there. And still lost. But now, somewhere along the line, they didn't figure it out. They got the fullness. They know now that 10 years is it. If that. I said, yep, that's about right, but I ain't gonna give them that many. That's what I told them. I ain't gonna give them that many. But they already counted to that. They already know. I give my Most High all praise and glory and honor. I give it to him. Because I sit back and I look at this revelation just shooting on through, and I'm like, wait a minute, Father, y'all, those things already took place. Wait a minute, that didn't took place already. We done been through that. And I'm sitting here saying, what? This man sitting here talking, and he making a lot of sense because I already know what he was talking about. The way the Ruach taught me, I'm just messed up because I'm trying to figure out how did he get it like that? How was he able to nail it? And he was telling me to kind of keep it down. But they know we at that end. You see, they know already. I figured that because Sister Deborah is telling y'all it's finished. And y'all walking around here thinking, okay, let me go over here and hear the ones that saying this and they're saying this, so it can give that energy drink. It's like an energy drink to you for their messages, because it ain't even doing nothing for you from your spirit level. But now I am in full understanding. Not because this man just said, I look at it like this. If I know that the Most High have shared it with me, and here these people coming in here talking to me about it, and I'm like saying, wait a minute. This man came in, he had to been my age, but he came in, him and I just, we were, and that's how they start. Those guys, they come in there, they just start off just talking. And we be talking about everything that we were talking about. We end up talking about guns and in the woods and going off grid and all. We start talking about everything. And then that's when you're able to talk about what they know. And when they begin to tell me what I already know, and I'm like, see, I'm looking for melanated people to know these things. I'm looking for them to come and teach me. I'm looking for our Negro Israelite men to come lead and guide me. I'm a prophetess in the wilderness. I'm only in the body of Hamashiach. I'm not the whole body. I'm just a pin needle. And in that body has a lot of pin needles of all positions that Yah has called to the body. So if I'm just a pin needle, there's so many. So I'm looking for melanated. I'm looking for melanated this or Israelite this and Israelite that. Hang it up, Deborah. You ain't getting it. What you mean I'm not getting it? You're not getting it. It's over. But no, they're not coming. You're not going to get a good watchman. You're not going to get a good seer. You're not going to get a good Maureen. You're not going to get a good pastor. You're not going to get a good prophet. You're not going to get a good prophetess. You're not going to get a good teacher. You're not going to get a good pastor. Hang it up. It is over. They're not coming. Not like that. The ones that's coming, they coming in a form that's not like you thinking they coming and you wanted them to come. Now, I know the bold ones is coming because the bold ones are coming and they already here. They already been here. They here. I've ran up on several of them in Georgia, but I know that there's still those that are coming. Why? Because they gonna kind of clear the way for the two prophets. You see? So that's why I say I'm looking for the prophets. The two prophets. That's what I'm looking for. But now that Russia and Ukraine thing took place, I had to go back to the drawing board to move Russia and Ukraine out of the way so that the people or the chosen one that Yah said cannot be fooled can hear and understand that don't get bent from the flow up on this Russia and Ukraine thing. The chosen people are going to be over in Israel when the war starts, okay? They're going to be on their homeland, okay? If anybody look over there like they want to say something, they did. Y'all already got it. He got it in scriptures and none of y'all can see nothing he's saying. And it's so powerful to me because people are so caught up in dark speaking darkness. And when I mean speaking darkness, deceiving people, wanting all the power, coming in I am the Christ. I'm the one with the power of speaking in the word. And that's why they getting all the praise and all the glory and ain't directing the people to Yah because they're enjoying it while they can. You better enjoy it because that's your portion. Solomon already told you better enjoy it because that's all you got coming. Don't look for heaven. Heaven's only going to give a gift to those who have led them to him. Not those that sit here leading them to them. No, they getting their blessing right now when the devil issued them a check every month. So all it's about, and when you go to Revelation 20, read Revelation 20 about Magog is going to, I call it their last debris of who they are. It's going to be destroyed by Yah. So that's why they cannot come telling you all that what is happening is living the prophecy. But what is happening is let me put this like this. They so smart, real smart, where they done went in there and already mastered what they can use to put before our face to keep us covered until they drop another bio. You see? And it's going to first start off with all masks off. Everything going to be calm. And everything going to be collected. And also, bam, bam. Everybody, mask back on. Everything all over again. Worse than the first time. You see what I'm saying? That's what is being prepared. But before they can do that, they got to put in front of you issues of the world to get this here, these eyes and these ears caught up in the lie. And it's very easy. By them being control of all the media, they do away with all of that. They get involved in all of that. And they enjoy all of that. Being able to deceive and mislead people easily. Easily, very easily. So I'm saying to you all, don't get caught up in Russia and Ukraine. That's just a cover up. And what's so sad to me is you hear the Negro men say that, but they turn right back around and keep expounding on it. Oh, there finna be a war. They finna do this and they finna do that. They doing this to those. Did you hear what they doing to those African people over there? You see what they doing to those black people? Stop trying to claim that they you. When you at your house and not even paying for room and board for your children. Not even paying for food for them to eat. Not there teaching them the biblical word. Not giving them information regarding spirit and truth. Not leading and guiding them in righteousness. Not showing an example to your sons and daughter how a woman is to be loved and taken care of. No, you showing her how many men can have what they want and do what they want that has only to do with lust and desire of the flesh. And this is why they can't do what they need to be doing in their homes. And they're not going to. So it's over. It's over. So don't get caught up in this here cover up. Please don't get caught up in it. It's just going to add on to what already is going on. But the good news is, y'all say any war hit, he is just going to be over to the promised land. And also, let me tell you how beautiful it is. Twice, he's going to raise them dry bones. And they're going to be, let me see here. They're going to be brought up. And women, you know how they used to say 7 women to 1 man? They lied to you, like always. But you can't take that. You have to believe them. So that's okay too. Listen to this here. In Ezekiel 36, listen to what he says here. Let me see if that's the right one. Or is it? Yeah, here it is. No, 37. This is what he says. He said, the hand of Yah was upon me. This is Ezekiel. Watch this here. And carried me out in the spirit of Yah. Now you see that? When y'all dealing with men, he has to carry them in a different realm. Because I'm telling y'all, he can't just, when he dealt with Abraham, Abraham was counted righteous in a vision. He wasn't counted righteous by him and Yah. You see, that's why he always having them to go in dreams and in visions. Now listen to this. Ezekiel, this is what he said in 37. And the hand of Yah was upon me and carried me out in the spirit of Yah and sat me down in the midst of the valley. Oh, no, that's not the one I want to, of dry bones. That's what I want. But wait a minute, let me, I want to get the numbers of, is this it? Let me just say it because it's in here. When Ezekiel in the dry bones, right? The Most High Yah is going to raise up men from them dry bones. Not woman, men. And they up in the thousands. He's going to do it twice. And he's going to take them over to the promised land. Those dry bones are the army of David. That's why David is going to be over there in the promised land. This is his army that has fought throughout time after time beside with David. He has lost so many of his army during the siege and during wartime. David, that's all he was a war man. Okay, so these are the dry bones that fought with him side by side. They're going to be in great numbers. The Most High call it a multitude of M-E-E. I love that. That he's going to take them. After he put them together, back together, he's taking them over there to the promised land. You see what I'm saying? So where is the 7 women to 1 man? See? What they don't understand, the 7 women represent that those, I'm going 80% that of the small remnant is female. 80% is female. 80% is female. Because during that time, he also said that I told the women when he purged them, your men shall die by the sword, and your mighty men. That means our sons, our husbands, our fathers, our brothers, our uncles. So that leaves us and whatever number of them that survived, that was saved during that time to take over to the promised land. So I believe going to the promised land, there is got to be 80 to 85% female. Yeah. And the other percentage is men. But what he's going to do with fulfilling Israel, the promised land, is the multitude that Ezekiel has covered regarding the dry bones. They're going over with us. They ain't gonna be dry bones no more, but they're going with us. And I like the Most High because he's going to put his name in them and his spirit. I think that's beautiful. So if you can read Ezekiel 36, 37, 38, and 39, it'll help you a great deal in understanding a lot of things that's actually going to take place in the days in this day. And I'm saying this day because we got so much that's happening and still yet before us that's going to take place, and it's still coming. So I, Sister Deborah, say unto you, I appreciate everybody in the live chat. I say thank you for tuning in, and do your study on that. I'm trying to do a study on the fallen angels, and already last night when I started on it, I realized the biggest deceiving tool the Hebrew Israelites have spoken of. I don't know why. I said, where are they getting this fallen angel stuff from? Because when the Most High taught me at a young age about what took place before the foundation of the world, I said, you didn't call them fallen angels. Go into the study and find out that was just a word they called. I'm like, just made it what they wanted to be. So whenever I get ready to teach regarding the angels that were cast out, I'm going to call it what it is. I'm going to bump you way back with a message from the Most High Yah that was taught to me what took place before the foundation of the world. So you can understand that it was never the fallen angels. No one fell. And I didn't never think to study what they've been saying and realize that it's not a such thing in the Bible. Did y'all know that? It's no such thing. They added that. And guess who did that? The fake Jews. That's why I say something wrong with us, the tribe of Judah. We believe everything in every nationality, from the heathens, the Europeans, the Gentiles, anything and everything somebody say. And never believe those that Yah is sending. But I'm excited about the fallen angels because I think I'm going to learn something also. Like I told you, I learn every day. I'm going to learn something I never knew. And that's exciting to me because I want to get some things straight about the fallen angels, because I want us to understand, and you all to understand. When he taught me this as a young girl in high school about, what took place before the foundation of the world, I learned that everything that we're seeing here has been set up from that end, from heaven. And there were some things that taken place up there. And because it took place there, okay, that's why you're going to see a new heaven and earth, a new heaven, is because of the things that has taken place. Everything was set to bring it to the earth level. We were all angels. We were all angels. Angels are spirits. Spirits are angels. And we are all angels. Okay? There are some angels that desire to follow Satan. And when Satan was tossed on the earth, those that wanted to follow him freely got the opportunity. A third, I believe it was. But guess what happened, y'all? Residue was still left in heaven. Because there were those who desire to have taken the same steps that Satan had taken. So in Yah's time, in his time only, he seasoned everything to come and role play itself out of his kingdom to this earth. And then there were many that didn't follow and didn't have the mind to follow. But even after Satan was kicked out of heaven with a third of his angels, okay, guess what? There were still angels in heaven with the doubting mind, with the, I wished I would have followed Satan. You see? I liked what he was doing. I liked him singing. I liked everything about what he was doing. But they didn't follow him. They didn't get kicked out. But those that got kicked out, they wanted to follow him. But it left those up still. So y'all say, okay, all of everyone is going to get a body. And I'm going to bring them here on the earth. On the earth. And when you hear of the Son of Man, the sons of Yah, okay, the lowercase sons of Yah, those are angels that didn't want to follow Lucifer or Satan, but got down here and decided to connect with his personality. I'm going to just say his personality, his ways. That's why they were called the sons of God, because they came from heaven wanting God and not Satan. But when they got down here to earth, they began to go Satan ways. So what happened? When they begin to go the way of Satan, Yah had a ram in the bush. The ram in the bush was Yeshua HaMashiach, to redeem back Yah's to his bosom. That's what that was all about. Yeshua was a lamb that was slaughtered before the foundation. He was an angel, came into the human body to walk like man, like all other angels that came down. Yah made him a little lower than the other angels. Meaning to have the beloved Son, which is Yah's power and his word with him. He came to redeem them back, the sons of Yah, back unto his bosom. And many wasn't going to come back. They loved what Satan was doing from the heaven level. And Yah already knew they wasn't going to come back. So he couldn't come down here and have Yeshua only die for this one and this one and this one and this one and this one. Yeshua had to die for all mankind. Sin. Ain't that beautiful? Just to redeem his angels back to him. So Yeshua had to die for all men's sin, just to redeem Yah's back to his bosom. It's deep, y'all. It's deep. So I, Sister Deborah, say, I hope you all got something out of what was said. Do your own search. Don't put your trust in Sister Deborah, no woman and no man. Trust in the Most High with all your heart, strength, mind, all your heart, strength, and mind, and spirit. Trust in the Most High Yah. Lean not to your own understanding. And know that he is the beginning till the end. And the end. So I, Sister Deborah, says, I love you and thank you all for tuning in tonight. And I will be back. Shalom and shalom.